Gabby, my regular homie. I really appreciate you. I must always say that because I do. If you're new here, my name is Tlali. Welcome to my channel. I'm gonna pause right here, give you the opportunity to click that subscribe button because you are about to love this channel, okay? Go right ahead. Done. So as promised in the previous video, by the way, if you haven't watched the video before this one that I uploaded, please do. I think that it will really help you, right? So anyway, as promised in that video, I am going to share my 2022 goals. I'm going to review my 2022 goals and share what I succeeded at and what I failed at, and why I think I succeeded and why I think I failed, right? So let's get right into the video. By the way, I'm going to be looking in this book. This is the book that I think I actually bought this in 2022 to get in the habit of writing things down. I think I did mention this in my very first vlog from the last year, where my husband and I went to Hotel Sky, the Hotel Sky in Cape Town, to graft our vision boards for 2022 and life. Actually, to graft our life vision board, so not necessarily for the year 2022. So that's what we're going to do there. And then I actually bought this book last year for me personally to start writing things down. Not writing things down has been a weakness of mine for a very, very long time, and I finally admitted that I would be a much more effective person if I started writing things down. So I did write some of my goals here for 2022, and yeah, I think I'll start with the positives, right? I'm going to tell you what I planned that succeeded, right? So number one, I've already hinted to it. I resolved to start writing things down, and I succeeded at that. As you can tell, I've been writing things down a lot in the prior year, and I noticed that it really works. It really helps to make me an effective person, and I think that it can also work for anyone, right? So I started writing things down. That was my New Year's resolution for 2022. Yeah, and here we are. It's been a good practice of mine. I've been loving it. My brain has been loving it and appreciating me for it. Another thing that I wanted to do in the prior year was to start YouTube, actually. So starting YouTube is something I've been pondering over for a very, very, very long time, and very unnecessarily. So in 2022 I decided, no, this is the year. This is the year we are starting, and you are here because I started. Yay! I did actually start, so I'm really proud of myself for that. So yeah, I started YouTube. That's another thing that I succeeded at. Another resolution that I had for the year in 2022 was to leave my previous job. So I had been, by the time, at the beginning of 2022, I had been at the job for 2 years. I know that to some people that might be a very little time, but I mean, in the times that we live in, being at a job for 2 years is actually a very long time. So I had felt that I had outgrown the role that I was in. I think I did actually get a promotion at the beginning of 2022, but even in that, I felt that there was not much difference between the role that I was coming from and the role that I was promoted into. The work was really the same, so I felt that it was just time for me to leave. I felt like I had outgrown the role, so I had the intention to leave that job within 2022. So it actually happened, and from that I learned how intentionality is actually very important in achieving your goals, in getting progress in your life. So yeah, I did manage to leave my previous job into another job, which I am currently happy at. But I'm a millennial, okay? I'm already looking for more opportunities, but I'm currently happy. I don't even think I've updated my CV to say that I'm in the new role. That's how comfortable I am. But anyway, yeah. So I did leave my previous job, and this is something that I resolved to do in 2022 that I succeeded at, and I am actually very grateful to God for that. Another thing that I noted in my New Year's resolutions for 2022 is that before I leave my job, I want to get as many certifications as possible in programming and data certifications, so this is something, it's a bit of a success and a bit of a fail, because I didn't get all of the certifications that I intended to get, but I did get some important ones, right? So I think that because I'm an optimistic person, I'm a glass half full person, I'm gonna say that I succeeded at that. Another thing that I noted here that I wanted to achieve in 2022 is to get my husband and I into a church family, like a soul group that becomes an intricate part of our lives. So my husband and I got married in 2020 in January, and we moved from where we used to be based in Cape Town, to another area altogether to start our lives afresh. So then we had to find a new church, which we tried to do, and then there were hard lockdowns from March on. So hard lockdowns from March onwards, March 2022, and subsequently we did struggle to root ourselves into a church. Yeah, it was a long struggle. There were so many restrictions on movement. Churches were online, some just stopped completely. So we struggled a lot, and I felt it because I so fervently believe in rooting oneself in a church, finding a family within a church. It's just me, my personal preference. It's just a thing that I personally believe in for reasons known to me. I'm not saying that it is important for everyone. It might be, but that's not what I'm saying right now. So I resolved in 2022 to finally get us into not necessarily a church, because we had found a church. It's just that the church couldn't continue its operations as normal, so it was difficult for us, or for everybody, to root themselves in a church at the time due to the lockdown. So in 2022, when they started lifting the hard lockdowns, I decided, okay, this is the year when I think that we should really find a church family. And we actually found one. So I think that this is something I succeeded at, because that's what I wrote down here, that I was intentional to do for 2022. And what I did is, when we went to church for the first time in 2022, after very intermittent church attendance in the prior years because of hard lockdowns, I decided to sign ourselves up. You know how churches will tell you, we actually have smaller groups where you can connect with other church members. I made sure to sign up. I made sure to find a group for us. Funny story, we actually got one which we didn't click with, we didn't connect with at all, and decided to leave it. And then I went on to fight to find another one, and I actually did. And this time I actually prayed for God to actually help us find an appropriate group for us, one that is aligned to our values, right? And we did. God delivered. We found a group, and we have been a part of that small group for about, I think it's about 7 months now, and it's literally unbelievable. Those guys have been such a blessing to our lives. They feel like family. They feel like blood family. They feel like real family, and it's unbelievable that we've only known them for less than a year. It's literally just unbelievable, because we fit each other like gloves, I think. Yeah, so we are that happy. So that's one thing that I succeeded at, that I set out to do for 2022. Right, so I think that's it. So what failed? yeah, so one of the things I really failed at in the prior year is YouTube consistency. So when I decided to start my YouTube channel, I actually had content already. I had content lined up. I had a content plan. I had a publishing plan. I did write down here to say, I think I started in May. I wanted to post a video a week, one video per week, and I had the content for that for like 2 months. I had about 8 videos already to start with that I could start publishing at the pace at which I had decided on. But the challenges that I had, I noticed editing is a lot of work. I needed to graft my skills in editing, so that was one challenge. I think so far I have about, how many now? I think I have about 12 videos on my channel right now, and the channel has been up for like about 8 months, well, since May last year. So yeah, that's about 8 months. So that's like just doing quick maths in my mind now, I think that's a frequency of about 3 videos in 2 months. So yeah, that's a huge fail compared to my 1 video per week plan. So that's one thing I failed at. But this thing of YouTube consistency, guys, one thing that I've noticed is you need to strike a balance between value that you're giving to people and consistency. You can't be consistent in something that people are not interested in and expect that you'll gain following or you'll gain the growth that you want to achieve. Because there's also channels that have literally 1 video and they have millions of subscribers, you know. So this thing, I don't know how it works. I'm still figuring it out, but I'm just saying, because I set out to put 1 video per week, I failed at that because I didn't, right? Yeah, so that's one thing. Another thing that I failed at was business. I wanted to launch a business last year. So being an entrepreneur and being a business owner is like a lifetime goal of mine, and I thought that in 2022 I would start, but not necessarily start in what I eventually want to be doing, like in my 40s, the real business that I want to be doing in my 40s. I just wanted to start something to gain entrepreneurial skills, like a passion project. So I wanted to start a home decor products business, and I even wrote specifically how I was going to start here and what products I was going to sell, and I said that I must start by June. I should launch by June 2022, which I did not. I didn't at all. I think that what then happened in my life is I noticed my 9 to 5, both my previous one and my current one, require a whole lot of time out of me, and it was going to be a challenge getting into a new role and also starting a business at the same time. So that's a challenge that I had. Another thing that I noticed is that to start a business, you need to be sure about your why, and I think that my why is shaky. You know, like just starting just to see, starting a passion project just to, get entrepreneurial skills. But I think that in business, it's actually important to start something that brings value to others more than what you want to do. But anyway, yeah, I'm still learning that. I failed at that. I'm still learning. I'm reading business journals. I'm reading some business books to try and learn. All right, so that's one thing I failed at. What else did I fail at? I failed at self-leadership. So yeah, I felt that there are things I had intended to start, being good at time management. So time management is something I've failed at for very, very for very, very long. Some of my friends are over my bad time management. Like, I'll literally be 2 hours late for a date with a friend. This is the truth. I have a friend whom I was meeting for the first time and I was 2 hours late. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I had set out to start being good at time management in 2022. I failed at that. Basically all things regarding self leadership, so things like making my bed every day, things like doing the things that I said I would do when I said I would do them, so things like that. I didn't succeed at that. Right, so that's it. So in going into 2023, I think right now I actually want to focus on that self-leadership thing. I'm not even pursuing the business anymore. I am parking that for now. I am maybe I'll review it in the next half of the year to see if I can still pursue it, but for now I'm really parking it. I'm not focusing on it at all. I am focusing on self-leadership, those things. I think that they are important, so that's what I am focusing on for 2023. And one other key thing that I'm focusing on for 2023 is sharing my faith journeys, or should I put it like this, being more obedient to God. So there are things that God puts in my heart that he has been wanting me to say. Some of these backdate from like 5 years ago, and this is around when I was studying, or when I was thinking to start a YouTube channel, and I didn't. God put in my heart some things that he wanted me to share, and I think some of them are way too controversial, and me personally, I hate controversy. I'd rather be sipping on martinis by the beach rather than coming on here and start posting controversial things. Honestly, that's just me. But yeah, so this year I think that I've built up the courage to come and actually say some of those things. So my two key things that I'm going to focus on is self-leadership and being obedient to God, being obedient to the things that he puts in my heart and wants me to say. So yeah, I'm gonna focus on those two. Guys, I hope that you made it to the end. If you did, please comment down below. Let me know what you're focusing on this year, what's on your New Year's resolutions, if you're comfortable to share. You can also share what you also failed at or succeeded at in 2022. Let's have a discussion, guys. I would really appreciate it. If you like this video, please please subscribe if you're new here. I'm sure you love the content. All right, please subscribe, it's free. Please tell your neighbor to subscribe, and your friend, and your uncle and uncle's cousin, Guys, once again, thank you for making it this far. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.